Hi everyone, Ryan here, Ion Capital Solutions. Hope you're doing well. Today I'd like to talk to you about a mindset topic, something that greatly prevents people, namely business loan brokers, from earning commissions, closing deals. Okay? And that is repeating the same mistake over and over and over again by conducting the same workflow over and over and over again, not changing it, considering change, but not actually making change, and then complaining that things aren't working out and getting frustrated. And if they keep repeating that same thing over and over and over again, well, are they going to achieve the success they're looking for? Likely not. This topic goes deeper than you actually think, and yet it's very commonly overlooked by salespeople in general. And those are the salespeople that struggle. And the ones that succeed pay very close attention to mindset. So if you want to succeed, pay very close attention to this video because that's exactly our topic. Anyway, let's dig in. So, I'm willing to bet that we're going to lose viewers just by seeing this quote alone because they've seen it before. But let me ask you the question, right? Or I guess ask yourself the question. Are you practicing what you preach to other people? Are you following basic methodology like this? The experience of those that came before us? Or are we just writing it off as a meme? It's easy to do with memes all over the internet now. But this isn't a meme. This is actually fact. Truth that's been shared with us through generations by a brilliant man. And yet many people still make this same mistake. It's no wonder history repeats itself, something else we all commonly hear. And so we don't want to talk about it because it's familiar to us. And yet we don't want to practice it because it's uncomfortable to us, because we'd rather be stuck in a comfort zone. Anyway, you've seen this quote. You've read this quote, right? And yet it's possible you're insane, or you're practicing insanity, right? Because our comfort zone is where we all like to be. It's what makes us comfortable, right? When we, at the end of our day, we all, right, recline into our comfort zone, right? Our computer chair, our sofa, or, we turn on the TV, we watch our Sports Center, or our Dancing with the Stars, or we play our video games, or whatever it is we do, right? That makes us feel more comfortable, right? For some people, they like to go to the gym. Other people, they like to read, whatever it is. But that's where we want to be. That's all where we want to get to, right? And so when we take a job, we're working for somebody else, or even if we're working for ourselves, we're quickly trying to find that comfort zone to fall into routine because that makes us feel safe and secure. The problem with that is there's no change there. No magic happens there. It's being uncomfortable that's going to get us the results we're looking for. It's about stepping outside of that box, right? And so many people don't do this. And then we praise the people that do. We celebrate the people that we do, that do, right? Celebrities and professional athletes and stars. And the one thing all those people have in common is they're constantly stepping outside of that box. They're constantly outside their comfort zone. Their lives look so comfortable to all of us. But we don't realize just how outside of the box they really are every single day. Sure, life is comfortable, but what they do to have that comfortable life is just outrageous. Put yourself in those positions. It's just crazy, the stuff you see people do, right? To make all that money. And so ask yourself, if you want to be a successful person, if you want to accrue wealth, are you willing to get out of that comfort zone and go where the magic happens? Again, this is a common saying. This is something you've heard before. Are you practicing it? Have you preached this to somebody else, but yet you're not practicing it? Think about it. Really think about it. Are you taking time to absorb this material, or is it not worth your time and you're just moving on? It's any wonder you're clicking on a video because you're a business loan broker. You're struggling to fund deals because your attention is on the wrong things. Okay? Because the reality is this idea that I can't pops into our head when we're ready to consider change because we want to feel safe. We want to feel secure. We don't want to follow that route, that path, that road. We want to stay in the herd, stay with what's familiar, be comfortable. So we'll create all kinds of reasons why, right? For instance, what I'm talking about in this video is a waste of time. Maybe you consider it is. Maybe I think it is and it is, whatever it may be. At the end of the day, it's opportunity. What are you going to make of it? Right? It's an opportunity to work on yourself. What are you going to make of it? It's an opportunity to adjust what you're currently doing to make it more efficient, to optimize it. What are you going to do with that opportunity? You're going to follow that I can't, that nature that we have. We're all animals in the forest, right? Trying to stay alive, thinking about don't go there, I'm going to get eaten, have to drink, I have to eat, I have to sleep, I have to stay warm, I have to stay alive, I have to survive. That I can't is in our brain to keep us alive. That's why it's there. But we need to overcome that because we're not animals, right? We know better. And so we have to be able to have strength of mind and persevere and not allow ourselves to fall back into that animalistic herd mentality of being comfortable and secure. Step outside that box, right? So let's take a harder look. These are rough estimates, right? Don't hold me to these numbers, but it demonstrates the point, okay? The vast majority of people are stuck in a comfort zone, okay? They want to be like everybody else because the herd mentality, right, makes them feel comfortable. It makes it feel proven, whatever it is. And they're uncomfortable with being off on their own, trying something new, whatever it is, right? And so there's this insecurity there, right, that keeps us there, right? Again, goes back into the nature, our nature that I just had mentioned, right? And that's insecurity prevents us from stepping outside our comfort zone because, oh no, what if, right? And yet we hate feeling that way. We wish we felt more secure. We wish we had the things that were outside the box, but we're not willing to obtain them, right? And so we're simply surviving, right, rather than thriving. And it's because we're allowing ourselves to get stuck in that comfort zone, right? We let fear rule us and others that are willing to judge us, right? Or we're just trying to get by and play it safe, and we procrastinate and we feel a sense of regret, settling for less. These are the things that we do, right? We really settle for that lifestyle because we've convinced ourselves that this is just it, right? We can't grow outside of it. And yet anyone watching this video knows that they don't want to be in that comfort zone. They don't want to do that anymore. That's the whole point. You want to grow. You want a side hustle. You want a new career path. You want to take back control of your life and time freedom, whatever it is, financial freedom, whatever it is that's drawing you to this. But ask yourself, do you have what it takes, and are you practicing what it takes to get yourself out of that box, out of that comfort zone? Because if you're not, if you're just considering it, but you're still staying in, you're not going to experience change. Because 2% of the population, the individuals I mentioned before, they're going for their dreams because they're confident and they believe in themselves and they're willing to explore new things and be uncomfortable and feel insecurity and not allow that to stop them because they choose happiness, right? And they know what's going to make them happy is achieving those goals, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve those goals because they want to feel a sense of fulfillment, right? They're willing to embrace the unknown and live in that feeling of excitement rather than fear and frustration or whatever it is, anxiety, just the excitement of the unknown. They embrace it, right? Experiencing life and liking change and willing to live life without limitations and not accept the limitations that others try and place on us, not providing limits of our own, right? So many people fall into that. It starts in high school, right? Or somebody says, "Oh, this person's not cool," or we shouldn't hang out with them," or "This one's dumb," or "This one's not pretty enough," or whatever it is. And we start to believe that stuff. People are successful in life. They just brush that right off their shoulder. They don't care what other people think of them. And they don't adopt those criticisms and then hold those criticisms over their own head. We break free of that. Right? We live life without limits, right? We want this life of abundance. Well, we need to act in spite of fear. We can't be afraid. We have to go get it, right? And so again, things you probably know, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Things you probably already know, but maybe not practicing. You see, a new mindset means new results. Simple enough. Are we practicing it? Are we using that same mindset, right? Are we following that same workflow? Are we not making adjustments because I can't, because I've already heard this before, whatever it is? It's no wonder you're clicking on a video because you're not funding enough deals and you're interested in learning how you can fund more deals. It begins here. It really begins here. And this will be overlooked by the vast majority of people. They won't consider it. And then they'll want to attend a seminar or something, or pick up a book from Tony Robbins or whatever. And all he talks about is mindset. And you get motivated, inspired, or whatever, but then quickly forget it, not practice these things. These things need to be practiced. It's any wonder professional athletes, what separates them from everybody else is their mindset, their mental toughness. There's plenty of people with talent. I was an ice hockey player. I had a lot of talent, but at the time I didn't have the mindset for it. I wasn't mentally tough enough to be able to get through it in my adolescent years and be able to stick with it and roll with the punches or whatever. And that's part of, being young and growing up, and, you have to mature. And that's why sports is such a great way for young kids to learn about themselves, right? And grow as people. But as adults, we need to understand these things already. We need to embrace these things. We need to be mentally tough and strong. And if we're not willing to adjust our mindset, even look at our mindset, we're not going to achieve results. It's just the reality of the situation. We need to embrace change. We need to take a chance on change if we're going to be successful. We cannot keep heading down that same road following the herd, because change will not come to you. It's not like that. It's not like the movies where we just, we're just living life and bang, it just runs into us and all our dreams come true. It's not like that. It's just not. I used to have a mindset like that when I was a kid, to, again, use myself as an example, right? Oh, I've watched a million movies. When's that going to happen to me? It's not. It's not. I have to go make it happen to me. That's the reality of the situation, and I think there's a lot of people in the world who may be still struggling with that, and it's something that I find. I'm on the phone all day, every day. I talk to a lot of different people. I know there's a lot of people who love the edge of the diving board, but they're just not willing to jump in. And how can any person expect change if they're not willing to take a chance on change? So that's really the point. So anyway, if you are struggling to fund deals, okay, if you're frustrated, but you're still following that same workflow, you still have that same mindset, and you're not creating change, then you're insane. You're practicing insanity. And so how could you ever expect different results, right? Because the reality is the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Don't be that person. Okay, create change for yourself, right? Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for your time today. Best of luck with your deals, and I'll catch you in the next video.